So, good evening everyone. I am MITCH PROCRATO and I am from Block Charlie. So, our topic for today or for this evening is about the online learning. So, here it is. So, our topic is about the online learning. So, what is online learning? Online learning is a method of education whereby students learn in a fully virtual environment. It is first introduced in the 1990s with the creation of the Internet and utilized in distance learning. Online learning, also called e-learning, it is most prevalent in higher education, enabling students from different geographical areas to engage with an academic institution and other students online and learn flexibly at their own pace while working towards a degree or certificate. We have here the advantages of online learning. First is efficiency. Online learning offers teachers an efficient way to deliver lessons to students. Online learning has a number of tools such as videos, PDFs, podcasts, and teachers can use all these tools as part of their lesson plans. By extending the lesson plan beyond the traditional textbooks to include online resources, teachers are able to become more efficient educators. The second is accessibility of time and place. Another advantage of online education is that it allows students to attend classes from any location of their choice. It also allows schools to reach out to a more extensive network of students instead of being restricted by geographical boundaries. Additionally, online lectures can be recorded, archived, and shared for future reference. This allows students to access the learning material at the time of their comfort. Thus, online learning offers students the accessibility of time and place in education. The third is affordability. Another advantage of online learning is reduced financial cost. Online education is far more affordable as compared to physical learning. This is because online learning eliminates the cost points of student transportation, student meals, and most importantly, real estate. Additionally, all the course or study materials are available online, thus creating a paperless learning environment which is more affordable, while also being beneficial to the environment. The fourth is improved student attendance. Since online classes can be taken from home or location of choice, there are fewer chances of students missing out on lessons. The last advantage is the suits a variety of learning styles. Every student has a different learning journey and a different learning styles. Some students are visual learners, while some students prefer to learn through audio. Similarly, some students thrive in the classroom, and other students are solo learners who get distracted by large groups. The online learning system, with its range of options and resources, can be personalized in many ways. It is the best way to create a perfect learning environment suited to the needs of each student. When we have advantages, we also have disadvantages. So I have here 5 disadvantages of online learning. So first is the inability to focus on screens. For many students, one of the biggest challenges of online learning is just struggle with focusing on the screen for long periods of time. With online learning, there is also a greater chance for students to be easily distracted by social media or other sites. Therefore, it is imperative for the teachers to keep their online classes crisp, engaging, and interactive to help students stay focused on the lesson. Second is technology issues. Another key challenge of online classes is internet connectivity. While internet penetration has grown in leaps and bounds over the past few years, in smaller cities and towns, a consistent connection with decent speed is a problem. Without a consistent internet connection for students or teachers, there can be a lack of continuity in learning for the child. This is detrimental to the education process. The third is sense of isolation. Students can learn a lot from being in the company of their peers. However, in an online class, there are minimal physical interaction between students and teachers. This often results in a sense of isolation for the students. In this situation, it is imperative that the school allow for other forms of communication between the students, peers, and teachers. This can include online messages, emails, and video conferencing that will allow for face-to-face interaction and reduce the sense of isolation. The fourth is teacher training. Online learning requires teachers to have a basic understanding of using digital forms of learning. However, this is not the case always. Very often, teachers have a very basic understanding of technology. Sometimes, they don't even have the necessary resources and tools to conduct online classes. To combat this, it is important for schools to invest in training teachers with the latest technology updates so that they can conduct the online classes seamlessly. So the last disadvantage is the managed screen time. Many parents are concerned about the health hazards of having their children spend so many hours staring at a screen. This increase in screen time is one of the biggest concerns and disadvantages of online learning. Sometimes, students also develop bad posture and other physical problems due to staying hunched in front of a screen. A good solution to this would be to give the students plenty of breaks from the screen to refresh their mind and their body. So, our next topic is about the challenges of students faced with online learning and how to overcome them. So the first challenge is that the distractions everywhere. Distractions are a reality of online learning. A delivery or a pet running into the home office can be disrupted for everyone involved if you are in the middle of a virtual classroom session. As a result of these distractions and possibly having additional responsibilities, time management becomes more challenging. Having a time management system is perhaps the most difficult challenge for students to overcome because it depends entirely on self-motivation. Students need to be serious about their education, learn how to manage time and set their daily schedule, and learn to study despite the constant distractions. So the solution to this is that Try to think about building a schedule, figuring out when you're going to do what you're going to do, and then share that with the other people in your house. Also, try to identify a quiet time and place to complete your coursework if possible, even if that time is late at night. If you get distracted by social media or browsing the internet, use tools to block out this while your online learning and other time wasters when you need to focus on school. Also, creating a to-do list for the week or each day with what you need to get done can help you determine the best times of day to tackle each task. So the second is staying motivated. Given that students may not be attending class at a set of time on a physical campus, finding the motivation to get started on coursework can be difficult. When you don't see your home as a space of work, it's kind of a struggle to get in that mindset. But designating different places in your house that are specifically for work can help you get your work done. So the solution to this is that in addition to creating a daily schedule and finding a productive workspace, it can also help to simply focus on the ultimate goal. It helps to keep your reason for pursuing your degree at the top of your mind. Perhaps you want to provide a better life for your family or pursue your dream career. The third is technical issues. Unfortunately, technical issues are bound to happen in an online-only environment. This may sound obvious, but technical issues and internet connection only add to the online environment's frustration and interrupt new learning sessions. Sometimes your computer will shut down, or there are moments when your Wi-Fi is spotty, and weak monitors can make it difficult to keep up with your virtual classmates and learning environment. So the solution to this is that the most important step is to stay in touch with the professors and inform them about what's happening. They should understand and be flexible about the situation. Perhaps even recording class sessions on your computer through learning platforms as a backup. There will be technical issues, and it's important to realize you weren't only one with this problem. If your school has technical support services, they can be a valuable resource. The fourth is some students being left behind. In the classroom, teachers can monitor the students and adjust their pace to accommodate anyone who needs extra time. In an online learning environment, it's more difficult to do so. Since it is harder to read body language virtually, learners may stay silent or put on a brave face and then leave the class feeling despondent, frustrated, and having learned nothing. So the solution to this is that set yourself up for success by asking for information on any relevant apps you may not understand or how to access the classes. Also, be sure you know how to raise concerns to your teacher, whether it be during the online class, through email, or a different form of communication. And the last challenge is the diminished social aspects. The final spot in our list of the challenges of online platforms goes to the loss of many social aspects with the online route. Within the layouts of most degree programs, there are certainly many opportunities given in social interaction with peers. This can be through virtual classroom activity or even social lounges or lounge set as outside of the digital classroom. All of this is great but still not the same as physical or in-person relations. Interacting in person creates more considerable bonds, a camaraderie founded on common work and goals, and many other supportive attributes for the student. This indeed is a challenge harder to face for some than others. The adjustment can be particularly difficult for many students in a virtual classroom that is better suited for the face-to-face format, like those with science lab components. The solution for this is that it can be easy to get frustrated due to the lack of human contact, the absence of a teacher, only learning from online teaching, and an inability to discuss problems with classmates. Sometimes the online world, no matter how enriching it may be, can become too small and you need a physical space where you can resolve your queries and practice with the real tools. If this is the problem, one solution is to foster personal interaction within the online course as much as possible. You can organize webinars, group work, or forums where students can discuss and resolve their queries. These challenges are only a few that students face during digital learning. The sudden switch to online classes and online learning has caused anxiety and raised questions among students about their academic futures. It's easy to be concerned about your future education during this time, but it's important to remember that you aren't alone. COVID-19 has changed the world permanently. Although college students have been dramatically affected by this crisis, learning to be adaptable is an important part to life. So, that is my report for this evening. Sorry kay naging anir ako sir kay walay mo video na ako lisod kayo. Ano to? Money ang behind the scene. Hehe.